And we're rolling.
What up, breadheads? Ty and Eric, Think Fresh Podcast, live recording from Chinatown. Welcome to the booth.
You don't have to lean into the mic that hard.
I'm sorry. We gotta make sure we gotta balance our levels right now a little bit.
You're right. Ty and I just got finished with some tennis. Smoked him as per usual. Played about... How many games we played?
Per usual is a bit of an exaggeration. I feel like we go neck and neck. You came out just barely ahead, but I put a fight up tonight. I was making you run around the course like a little chicken with his head off, a little chicken teriyaki, if you will.
Mm-hmm. There were a few sets where I was running back and forth, but that was because I was staring directly into the sun. And whenever I stare directly into the sun, that means I don't know where the ball is coming until it's in my side of the court. And so therefore I was sprinting around a little bit like a chicken. But
it's kind of messed, eh? Like if I was the chairman of court regulation, court design, they'd all be facing north-south. Yeah. No court would face west-east on my watch.
There's got to be some rule. Well, not true, because I was just at the Hollyburn Country Club, Ty, and they all face north-south.
Do they?
Somebody clearly thought about it over there.
Holy shit, it must just be in, poorer neighborhoods. They face west-east to discourage tennis play. It's privilege in action.
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, they're encouraging play at night, and that's more dangerous in neighborhoods like this one.
That's
where,
true.
People at night get robbed, they get stabbed. Somebody might come into your court and say, hey, how long you got left? All horrible things.
Yeah, I want the court to myself.
Exactly.
But the funny thing is, if you play at a rich neighborhood court, it's always empty after 5 p.m. There's nobody there because all of the old people that play in the morning, they're asleep by then.
Yeah, they're having supper.
Supper, holy shit.
At 4 to 4:30 and then 5:30, they're lights out.
Yeah, dude. Because they got to wake up early for their next game, next court date.
Yeah, court date.
Speaking of supper, I'd like to start an supper club with you. That means we just had some drinks.
Oh yes, buddy.
Let's crack these bad boys right now. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Don't tell the audio engineers we're drinking in the studio. Cheers, my guy. We are crushing. Cheers. You guessed it. A couple of buds. Just a couple of buds with their buds.
Big beers, baby. What would you do if Big Bud came out and said, actually, we use animal products in our beer?
Oh, that would be a bit of a moral dilemma because I'm trying to find reasons to like big beer, and Budweiser is the biggest. It's the king of beers. It's the 12-inch.
It's literally the king of beers. It's the BMT of all beer flavors. Laundry, baby.
Wait, do you think that does a Subway sandwich naturally face west-east or north-south?
Our Subway line faces west-east. But when they hand you the sub, it's north-south because they turn it. It does a hard 90-degree turn when it enters a terminal.
It hits a red light and it can't turn left on a red, so it has to wait for you to give it the green by showing some green. Oh shit. Yeah.
It gives you that, once it hits that terminus station, Ty, it's up to you to give that green light, and no better way to do it than to flash that Amex.
Damn, it is kind of like a little tiny choo-choo train on a little train track, the way it moves through the line. It's kind of funny, actually. They could play into that. They could make the bread shaped like a little train car. And it kind of is like that at Lunch Rush. At Lunch Rush, when you get a few footlongs back to back, just like a little footy caboose. It's pretty funny, actually.
It is funny. As you guys can probably tell, this is not our first drink of the evening. After that,
I'm fading
after
fast.
That thought,
4 minutes in.
Yeah, it's only 4 minutes in. That's crazy. Lots of bombshells already dropped. I think I got a defective 8-pack because whenever time I touch it, it clicks.
I think you just have a lot of static in you from running around on the court. What are you even doing there? Dude, craft beer would never make cool sounds like this.
They would never. They would probably make some reflective can or some bullshit.
Yeah, like a can made of cardboard or something.
Yeah, disposable. You just leave it in a field somewhere and it decomposes.
Yeah, compostable can.
Yeah, paper straw head ass.
Has craft beer gone too far? Yes.
Whoa. Yeah, Ty. I had a realization the other day, and right now, sitting here with you, I'm reminded of it.
Oh boy.
Because I had a very active weekend. I was, sweating a lot, and I had a spin class free trial on Sunday, which was horrible, but we don't have to go too deep on that.
I want to go deep on that. Wait, so, okay, you clearly would have not signed up to this to your own fruition, so...
I would never have paid to use that.
Who dragged you to the spin class? Was it LP?
Obviously LP. I wouldn't say she dragged me. She had the opportunity to bring a free guest because it was a free ride type of deal.
Right. This is like when Equinox lets you have one person like annually or whatever.
When Equinox enters your city, it says WYD, I'm in your city. You get usually a free pass for the day or something. So we did a similar thing. Went to spin. Showed up like immediately as the class started, and it's my first time cycling indoors with like proper shoes. And so it was like pitch black, and I'm trying to like clip my shoes in, and I'm just like, I'm doing twisting, I'm going forward, I'm twisting left and right, trying to like do it. I even like use my hands to try to clip it in, and I have like a Justin Bieber like Steve Aoki remix blaring in my ears, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on, and the instructor's yelling, "Let's go, guys! 1, 2, 1, 2!" And I'm just like trying to clip in still, and then. Thank God for me, but there was another instructor behind me who was taking part of the class.
Yeah.
She said, "I got you." She clips out like a boss, this like lesbian looking chick.
Oh wow.
She clips me in really quickly, goes back to her seat, and I'm like riding. I'm like, okay, this is great. I'm in the middle of this like session now, and I'm realizing my seat is too low.
Oh no.
And
you're already clipped in.
But I'm clipped in. I'm like, oh fuck, I did it in the wrong order.
Oh shit, dude.
And so,
there's no onboarding here, or is it just because you arrived late?
I arrived on time, which is like an idiot. I should have arrived, half an hour early to download the PDF. But
it's like jumping into your sandwich at the meets, Like, I don't even know how big it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, are we working with Toasted or not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
All important decisions.
Exactly. And so mid-bike sesh, I didn't unclip because I was scared to. I knew if I unclipped, I would be stuck again. I would have to get, this chick to buckle me back in.
Yeah.
But what I did was I like managed to like stand up on the bike while clipped in, bend over, and like adjust the seat.
No, in flight.
In flight clip, right?
Oh wow.
Undid it, moved it up, and like tried to sit on it again. And it just like slammed back down. And she's like, "Oh, you didn't clip it back in." And I was like, "Oh, can you help me out?" And she like did it for me again. Got off her bike a second time.
So she's unclipping, reclipping, coming to your attendance.
Dude, exactly.
She was your nurse.
She was my nurse, exactly. So once I figured that out, it was a pretty okay class. I won't be going back. Not because of that whole clip fiasco, but because I think spin is stupid. Just like go ride a bike.
And dude, spin's the worst. I don't do it because I get too busy spinning.
Yeah, spinning, it takes all the fun stuff out of riding a bike.
Yeah.
Like you're doing like push-ups on the bike. Like these push-ups aren't even hard. It's just like hard. It's just like annoying,
Yeah, that's stupid. It's like, do you want to go cycling in Guantanamo Bay? That's kind of the vibe I get from spin classes.
Yeah, exactly.
The answer's no.
Yeah, I'm being screamed at by this tatted Asian girl who's like 5'4".
Yeah.
And I'm like, what's
power
going on?
dynamics all off there.
Yeah, exactly. But she's like ripped.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
she could beat the shit out of you. Hey?
Yeah, and you can tell the lighting is positioned just so she looks more ripped.
Oh,
because
wow.
it's like a spotlight just down, and there's like a disco ball in there. I'm like, this is all wrong. Like this is not what I want to be doing.
Wow.
Anyway, shout out to Spin Co. Vancouver.
Yeah, not sponsored.
Yeah, if you need a code, I don't have one. Anyways, so I did that on Sunday, and then we played some tennis outside with
Very active.
me and Bay, and then we went for a nice long walk, and the entire day, it was like a good 8-hour like window of the day where I was not showering, and I was sweaty the entire time, and we got back home, and I just realized like I smelled so sweaty and gross, and I don't know what it is, but it just reminded me of the smell of Subway.
Oh shit, dude! Yeah, sometimes like even right now, like my feet smell like a footlong, like the deli meat section.
Yeah. So why is it when you like are sweating, you smell like Subway, or why does Subway smell like sweat?
I actually know the answer to this, or at least I have a hypothesis.
I got 2 potential reasons.
Okay.
You go for it.
Okay, I'll go first, and I bet you my reason is the same as at least one of your two reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If you like leave a sandwich out for too long, it starts to sweat as well, right? You get the sweats on the cheeses.
Yeah.
But that's not really where I'm going with this.
No, I'm sweating cheese. That's what we're trying to say.
Cheese is leaving my pores. No, it's because like the meats are salty, and my meats get salty when I sweat.
Oh.
And so I think it's just like
That's
the
pretty
act
clever.
of salty meat in like a warm environment.
Mm-hmm.
And like if you like have a sandwich and leave it out, it's kind of the same thing. So
Mhm.
I think we are more like our sandwiches than we give them credit.
Yeah, we are the sandwich.
Yeah.
Wow.
My body is just a bunch of foot-long appendages.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm. That's a really good POV.
thank you.
It does not match either of mine. Okay, I have two potential reasons.
Yeah,
that
hit me with
one's
the
more
ball.
conspiratorial, one's more accurate. I'll get you the conspiracy theory
Yeah,
first.
let's go wet and wild here.
Yeah,
like the marinara.
we're drinking a red, and we're thinking red too.
It's a whole lot of red.
Whole lot of red, baby. The first reason and only reason is Subway's pumping pheromones out of the air conditioning system along with the bread smell.
Okay.
So when you so when you walk by a Subway, you're smelling this delicious bread, but you're also being hit with these like hormonal smells that are triggering like a deep sexual tension within you, and you don't even know it because all you smell is bread. You don't like, you're not smelling sweat, but there is a bit of sweat mixed in there, and
Right.
you're smelling these like sweaty meats that just smell so delicious, and you're getting like this instinctual animalistic quality like just burning up inside you, like you know, it's like I'm hungry and like and horny at the same time.
Yeah.
You know.
Huh. That would explain why I always get like partially bricked when I walk by a Subway. I always thought I just liked the bread, but it turns out it's the head.
Bread heads.
Yeah, bread heads. Interesting take, Eric. And do you think this purely because that's your like instinctual reaction to the Subway smell from the street?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, okay. It must be like, if this is true, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a little far-fetched. It's a little bit edge case, corner of the menu. I think that like whatever that chemical is, it must be reacting with the salts of the city. I feel like it has to be
Gross.
city by city design, because every city has its own unique urination smell happening on the sidewalk. And like I imagine there's like some sort of like catalytic reaction happening on the street with that concoction in order to appropriately trigger the sexual tension that you're describing.
I've been watching way too much Love Island.
Yeah, maybe that's all it
That's
is.
kind of the point I'm making. But I think the more realistic scenario is there's a lot of like dudes in there, and like dudes are sweaty.
Dudes are sweaty.
Especially
Especially
if you-
sweaty when they eat.
I sweat when I eat all the time.
Me too.
And people are having meat sweats live in the Subway, and you know they're also working hard at their job. Maybe it's hitting me harder in the summer, but I think you know it's the wafting of the BO, you know, from the doors of the Subway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
I think
only
it's
is it in the air, Eric, but like I've been to Subway dozens of times, inches of times, footlongs. I have never once seen a sandwich artist wipe down a single surface. Even during the novel coronavirus pandemic, they've never wiped down a surface within my viewpoint. So that tells me that there's like a lot of swass on the seats, a lot of like elbow sweats on the table, sandwich artist sweats dripping on the counter. It's just if you took some Windex to that sneeze guard, like squeak. Think about, you'd be able to see that shred us in 4K. It'd be a totally different world. It'd be retina.
Yeah, right now you're watching your sandwich being made in SD and in 240p.
240p, dude. It's like when your YouTube video doesn't buffer. That's the equivalent.
Exactly.
Like Tall Guys got it good. Tall Guys got retina because they come in from a different angle.
You can see over the sneeze guard. You can sneeze on your meal.
Like I bet LeBron makes a great sandwich because LeBron can see the vegetables like raw.
So LeBron was in Vancouver.
That's a good segue. LeBron was in Vancouver this weekend.
Yeah, this weekend. And do you think he went to Subway?
Dude, I was thinking about this too. I was like, damn, I wonder if he hit the way. Because I was just like, I had this like very visceral image in my head of LeBron James holding a footlong with his giant ass hands. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you can only see 6 inches of it. The other 6 inches are sandwiched and they're just gone. They're like buried in the thumbs.
Mm-hmm. And he's like, where's the rest of my sandwich?
Yeah.
And then you're like, haha.
Dude, he could like just like make it pop if he squeezed it. Mm-hmm. So crazy.
Yeah, dude, LeBron at Subway could just like look over the sneeze guard and probably just make his own sandwich. He could reach over, like when like Vince Carter dunked it with his elbow in the rim.
Yeah.
He could do that with the sneeze guard and just make a footlong right there on the spot.
Dunking on the artist, just like that.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I wouldn't put it past him. I don't think he would patron Subway because any professional star can have as much free Subway as they want. They don't have to pay for that. I feel like it's like a part of being a part of a national sports league is you get unlimited free footlongs. You don't even need to tag your back.
Yeah, it's the meal of the choice for all athletes.
Mm-hmm. Free meal of choice.
Free meal, but also if you're a high school athlete, you're going to Subway after the game. Like it's
even if you're like NCAA, you're going to Subway. It's like as soon as you go pro is when you like you step away from what made you and you start going to like Michelin star restaurants and then like giving all your like NBA earnings to hedge funds and like you go to Eric the jeweler now. You know, like
you're selling off your Bitcoin.
Yeah, exactly. Or you like make a few bad bets on like some shit coins. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, I can't wait to make it one day where we roll the Subway and we're instantly recognized and we just say like, you know what I'm here for. Mm-hmm. And they just pull out like some crazy sound from the back. It's like truffle, truffle, mozzarella, tomato sauce.
Ooh. Oh man,
dude,
truffle would be so good.
Yeah.
You ever try the like truff oil? You see truff at Whole Foods sometimes.
Yeah, it's like the truffle flavored like hot sauce, right?
Yeah, it's not bad. I don't mind it.
They used to sell it at like a market nearby, and it was like $6 or something. It was like kind of high for a hot sauce. Mm-hmm. I don't know how much it was, but I remember it being high and thinking like, I don't even know what this tastes like, but every like hot influencer has this, so maybe I should buy it.
Here's the thing though, it's like it's great for non-hot sauce heads, like influencers.
Like it's not hot.
Yeah, if you're a content creator, you love it because it's more truff than hot. But if you're a hot sauce head, like you love it hot. You're not gonna find joy in this thing. It's too rich with flavor.
It sounds like something you'd bring to like John and the Minis, and you wouldn't bring it to like a Asian restaurant, you know?
Oh yeah, totally.
Like I'm more of a sriracha slut.
Yeah, for sure. You're like getting into the I don't know, like some goat death hot sauce. There's always like a picture of like a goat skull and like the hottest ones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The hottest of all time.
Exactly.
Wow.
Too hot to handle. But truff hot sauce is something you like roll up to like a party with, like party that has girls at it. Like you like show up with that, and you're like the most popular man in the room.
Yeah, hot girls won't have hot sauce. It's too hot.
There's too much hot happening
to handle in one place.
It's too hot.
It's too hot to handle, and you have to be careful if you're a hot chick because the sweat will like burst through your makeup.
Totally, you don't want to run the mascara.
Exactly. So yeah, stay safe out there, ladies.
Yeah, keep it cool.
Yeah, but you know what? Speaking of hot sandwiches, Ty, I had a hot sandwich on Thursday, and I forgot to tell you about it.
This is breaking news, breadheads, because Eric's on a cold sandwich kick. If you're a long-time listener, you should know.
Oh, don't be confused by the term hot, because I'm talking strictly about spice levels here, Ty. This was a cold sandwich.
Untoasted, loaded with jalapenos.
Bingo.
No, really? Shit. You DIY this? Where'd you get this?
This was a banh mi activation.
Oh, of course. Banh mi is historically a jalapeno haven.
These things caught me by surprise, man. I had a lemongrass chicken banh mi.
Yeah.
And this thing was packed with surprise jalapenos. I did not see them coming because they were disguised as leaves of cilantro.
Yeah.
And I was going crazy. I was like really burning up in the mouth. So I had to like eat the top bun as like a way to cool down.
Yeah.
And then like eat the rest of it as like an open-faced jalapeno sandwich.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Top bun was there just for like safety.
That's scary because you have a very durable, resilient palate for that kind of thing.
Yes.
The hottest
You say
sandwich.
Brazilian?
Probably no, resilient, but Brazilian would also be an appropriate phrase, I think.
Yes.
They like it hot down there. I was at the Union, nary 3 blocks from here. We're recording live in Chinatown. And I got a banh mi sandwich there once, and it had jalapenos in it, and that's the hottest sandwich I've ever eaten.
Oh.
I was so hot I started gagging and I had to go to the bathroom. But it's like one of those nights where you're like too intoxicated to just take them out. You just keep exposing yourself to that type of pain.
Dude, a drunk, hot... Okay, when you like start to panic because of spice and you're already drunk, that's like one of the worst feelings ever. Because you're very, very close to throwing up.
Yeah.
And you get dizzy, right?
Dude, you start to black out and your IPA is only making it feel hotter because of the hops.
Yeah. The hots.
The hops.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Pray for Ty.
Yeah, I think about that every night. I get hot sweats when I'm sleeping.
Man, how good is this big beer right now?
I really am liking this. We should talk a little bit about the Budweiser can design. It is the perfect can design. Okay, red though, I don't know how I feel about red. How do you feel about red?
It's perfect big beer color.
It is a good big beer color. It screams danger, but also like catches my attention.
And also the red and white is like feels very patriotic.
It does, but not in a Canadian way.
Well, what else?
I don't know. In like I don't know. I'm patriotic to Budweiser, because like the red and white proportions are kind of off a little bit.
Well, it's not trying to be the flag. It's just the color scheme.
Yeah, but do you look at the Budweiser can and you think Canada? Do you look at like a Marinero on Italian and think Canada?
I do, because I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
There's red on 2 sides, and then there's a big white label in the middle, much like the Canadian flag, and then there's a logo in the white part.
Oh, like the
That's
maple
the flag.
leaf.
Dude,
Yeah.
I claim Budweiser. That's what it says on my passport.
It'd be so cool to have like a Budweiser passport. They'd let you in anywhere.
They would. King of beers, need I say less?
Yeah, king of the world.
Mm-hmm. Well, this can in particular, Ty, says 8-pack on it.
Mm-hmm. That's
and
cool.
It's pretty cool because this can knew it was going to be part of an 8-pack. It knew it had, it was destined for greatness.
Predetermined destiny.
And the 8-pack costs about the same as a 6-pack of normal beer. Normal beer being craft, which is our new normal.
The new normal, yeah.
We're living in
the new normal.
It's the virus plaguing
Holy shit.
our world.
That's so funny. This beer tastes like a simpler time, doesn't it?
It does. It tastes like back in the day when I tried to signal who I was through the beer I drank, and now I realize that was just wrong.
It's because like craft beer got Spotified, it became so mainstream that you can't use craft beer as a signal of identity anymore.
Yeah, I think it all started going downhill when restaurants started offering like buy the kitchen a beer, and it's like I will not be buying your fucking kitchen a beer.
Totally.
No,
buy your own beer.
Yeah.
The last thing I came to your restaurant for was to buy your kitchen alcohol. But yeah, so like it doesn't matter if I drink like a milkshake stout or a gose with actual lime rind in it. It's like it's not really a signal of identity, but suddenly big beer is the last pillar that's a signal of identity in beer.
There's like an effortless cool associated with it, in my opinion. Like I really could care less what anyone thinks of my beer. You know what I mean? This tastes exactly how I want it to taste. I can shotgun this. I can play King's Cup with it. I can pour it out. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you could literally just pour it down the sink. It didn't cost you $12.
Yeah, if I get busted by the 5-0 and I have to like dump my beer out, I'm not gonna be like too sad about that,
Dude, the 12 could make me pour out the whole 12-pack.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
And it's light enough to just chug in front of them too.
Yeah,
like you can get one can down before they put handcuffs on you.
That's hilarious. Yeah, it's such a counterculture move at this point. It is the only identity beer left. And the
Right.
typefaces are amazing. Like the Budweiser logo itself has like a the script typeface is very elegant. The Anheuser-Busch logo is very Hermes.
Mm-hmm.
There's some sport action on the side. This is king of beers. What a claim too.
And they're having kind of a renaissance because of like they had like a New York Sunshine collabo.
Mm-hmm.
They sponsored the Weekend concert.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
I'm also seeing tons of ads about it. I'm gonna see like 50 more now after this podcast. But
Yep.
I mean,
And they were calling it early that it's a big beer renaissance. We're just
Mhm.
like ahead of the curve right now.
mm-hmm. Ty is a fan of Kokanee,
Yeah.
personally, but I don't know, Ty. I think for the brand we need to align on a beer, and I think Bud is the way to go.
I think Bud is the way to go too. I will continue to dabble in Kokanee. I have a personal relationship with the Colombian brewery, but that's very craft beer of me to say. So I think
Yeah, fuck it, dude.
I think I need to dump Kokanee.
Dude, big beer's all about like saying no to relationships. Like, I don't care.
I'm coupling
very
up with
future of you.
Budweiser tonight.
Dude, drinking Bud is the future.
Yeah, dude, because you just let the mom look after the baby.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just pay the baby mama, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn, we're so cool.
Dude, fuck yeah, man. Yeah, Bud's the way to go. One time, my very first Budweiser, I remember my first Bud. Do you?
Do I remember my first Bud? I'll think about it while you tell me the story of yours.
Okay, well, this was at my first design job. This was after university. I went out for lunch with some of my coworkers, and we went to Triple O's.
Nice.
And somehow Triple O's sells alcohol, like, by the bottle. So if you dine in, you can get a bottle of beer, and I think like the only option really was a bottle of Budweiser. And we were like down to have some beers for lunch. We're like, all right, let's get that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I've never tried one. And then my coworker's like, it's like, you've never had one? I'm like, what? It's like, it's the smoothest beer you'll ever have.
That's how they announced
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Wow.
And I was like, oh shit, like you're probably right. Like I can see why, because it's so ubiquitous.
Yeah.
And so I tried it.
A million people can't be wrong.
Yeah, sure enough, those millions of people were right.
Yeah. It is so smooth. It's so crushable. I feel like I'm hydrating myself by drinking it.
Yeah, we crushed 2 beers while playing each.
Yeah.
Playing tennis just now.
Which
and,
is weird I lost because Eric usually plays worse the more he drinks. But tonight that wasn't the case.
Dude, I
Scored
tried
off.
really hard to beat Ty today, and I did. And let's just say I'll be holding it over his head.
That's okay. You earned it. I played way worse than you did. I deserve the L.
You didn't play bad at all. I just played really good.
You did. Oh, I felt like the shots that I lost were because you played better, and the shots that I won were because you played poorly. So that means that you were the catalyst of every play.
I am the main character, yes. But
As the winner.
I'm the host, you're the co-host. But
This is a different game, baby. This is a different court is in session here.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We are officiating this court right now. No further comment.
No, I get that. So if Budweiser was a sandwich ingredient, what sandwich would it be? Or ingredient?
Pizza sub.
Pizza sub. Dude,
It's
pizza sub
like
is so underrated.
the Budweiser is a pizza sub because it's like the BMT is like the actual sandwich version of what you're asking for,
Yeah.
but you don't know it. You don't know it.
Yeah.
So you're just saying pizza. I want the pizza sub.
Because
you know?
pizza is so easy to connect with.
Exactly.
We've all had pizza.
It's like I know exactly what that is.
Yeah.
BMT. What the fuck does that mean? You know.
It is a bit eclectic, isn't it? A bit exclusive.
And it's also something I won't make at home. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like the pizza sub is like something I will go out for.
Yeah. Because like, no one's got both marinara, bread, and deli meats when you're at the same time. Like those are like a few different things happening as a meal at home. Huh.
Absolutely.
Pizza sub's kind of exotic. It was my go-to growing up. I mean, like all kids love pizza. Therefore, they love the derivative pizza products, including the pizza sub, and any like frozen pizza activations of any sorts. But
man, there's a pool in Langley, and growing up, their cafeteria had a pizza bagel, and I had like 100 of them. They're so fucking good. They would just like put cheese and like tomato sauce on a bagel and like warm it up in like a microwave or toast it in the toaster oven, and it would just come out like so gooey and like it would burn the shit out of your mouth if you took a bite right away. But dude, it was so good, man.
Yo, that sounds so fire.
Yeah.
I would do something similar as a kid. We would take like canned tuna fish, put it on bread, and then add...
You made a tuna sub
kind
as a kid?
We'd add marinara sauce and then melt cheese on top in the oven. So it was like a pizza sub, open face, but also a tuna sub at the same time. And then when I was a kid and I'd go to Subway, this is pre-veggie tie, before I banned the tuna from my life, I would do the same thing with the tuna sub sometimes. You go to the tuna fish, then you add the marinara, and then melt the cheese on top of the toasty. Honestly, it kind of slaps, and you should take that for a rip.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty fire.
I think I'm pretty sure you've done it with me before. Because we had there was a period of time where we knew each other, and you were still eating.
I wasn't
seafood.
committed to the veg life. Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like I've seen you consume this thing.
It's pretty good, honestly, because you get this really nice hot and cold. The tuna, ice cold, even if you toast it. But the marinara, piping hot, and a little toasting action just like takes it to like the next level of temperature. It's so good.
I love a good piping hot marinara sauce.
Yeah, same.
Wow. Dude,
take that for a test drive, redheads. When I saw Eric earlier, I was like hucking back a giant ass slice of margarita pizza. I was trying to carb load before the tennis match. Really disappointed, Eric. I paid $5 for a slice of pizza, and they didn't even put basil on it.
Wow. $5 one slice?
One slice, $5.
What the fuck?
Yeah, inflation's gone rampant.
I
Remember when you could buy 12 inches of sandwich for $5?
I swear to God, that slice, it used to be $3.
Yeah, I think so too. It's out of control. I mean, I did pay an additional subsidy to acquire arugula, little rocket on the sandwich. But like, that's me. I got my own.
I didn't know where you were going to take that. And the fact that you said arugula just killed me. But I thought you were going to say you're going to pay like 25 cents for the paper plate too.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. Vancouver, greatest city, needs to charge for every paper product.
Fucking Vancouver, man.
They should charge for the bread at Subway because it's made of paper.
That kind of leads me to my next story.
You got another story for me today.
This was
story time.
This was my initial story regarding the banh mi, which I totally got sidetracked on, and I just derailed it. But I'll tell you what happened after I ordered this banh mi. So I went to good old fashioned Didi Mao here in Chinatown, very own city.
Nearly a block away.
You're almost triangulating my position right now by
sorry.
saying how many blocks away we are. But yeah, Didi Mao. Order the banh mi takeout. So we like walked in, just like placed the order, say like, yeah, we want to take it to go, and we'll just chill out here or whatever. So we hung out in the like waiting area. She said, yeah, no worries. She said like, okay, it'll be like 20 minutes to make like 2 banh mi's. So that was a little weird.
That's not very Subway of them.
Not Subway, all of them, or even banh mi of them.
No.
So,
it's like 5 ingredients.
Yeah, exactly. I ordered the cold cuts and lemongrass chicken.
Nice.
This was a gift for Bay, obviously.
Clearly.
And so we ordered this. Took like 20 minutes for it to arrive. As I ordered, she said, do you want some water? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then doesn't bring the water.
Oh,
like, brings it like 15 minutes later.
What a tease.
Like, completely forgot, obviously. I'm like, okay, thanks for the water. And then 5 minutes later, brings the sandwiches, just the sandwiches in like paper.
Oh.
And then I see her walking this way, and I'm like, oh, like I kind of say a little bit louder to get to her. Right? I'm like, oh, is it possible to get a bag?
Yeah.
Before I don't want her to like walk all the way over here and has to walk all the way back.
Yeah.
And then she's like, oh, well, you could have told me when I brought you the water.
What?
Dude, it's just like so fucking rude and sassy. She was like, oh, well, you could have told me when I brought you the water. I'm like, what do you mean the water? Like, the water was like 15 minutes late, too. And then, I didn't say that, but what I did say was like, well, I can't read your mind. I'm like, I don't know what you're going to bring, like a bag or not. Like, it's for takeout. You can assume I want to take it out. Like, what's wrong with you? And she's like, oh, well, normally I would have to charge you for this kind of thing. I'm like, fuck, man, like... It's a piece of paper. Like, what's wrong with you guys?
Damn.
Yeah, dude. But she like just came at it with so much sass, and I just like hit her back with some sass, and we were kind of like joking. Like no one was like too angry. We were just kind of joking with each other.
I can see how it could escalate though.
But it was like escalating a little bit. I was like, well, I can't read your fucking mind.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, she's like, yeah, and then I just like take my sandwich and leave in my nice new bag.
Yeah.
And,
oh, so you got a bag?
Oh, I got a bag.
Hell yeah.
She pulled it out and was like giving me sass and everything, but I managed to get what I wanted.
Dude, that's the trick though. You always ask for a bag after you pay. Like, this happened to me at Whole Foods on Saturday.
Yeah.
The woman in front of me is like, no bag. And then as soon as she finished paying, she's like, oh, could I grab a bag? Yeah. And then the register's like, yeah, no, say less, like, here you go. Yeah. And then no charge, right?
Oh yeah, free bag.
Like, free bag. Simple hack. But that's crazy, Eric. Like, she was kind of gaslighting you a little bit there at the end.
Imagine gaslighting somebody over a 25-cent bag.
It's wild.
Insane, bro. Like, you're really gonna give me some attitude because I didn't like know to tell you that? Like, oh, sorry, Trudeau says we can't fucking give free bags.
So liberals want, man.
This is crazy. Like,
crazy.
Me paying for this bag doesn't do anything to the climate. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Like,
unless that money goes to the sun.
Yeah. Can I e-transfer Mr. Sun?
Mr. Sun, Mr. Sun. Oh damn, Eric! I'm so sorry that clearly you're the victim here.
I'm always the victim.
You're
on this
dehydrated. You're out 25 cents.
I know, and then I get hit with some verbal abuse.
And your banh mi is probably cold.
By design.
By design. Oh shit! Yeah, untoasted. Excuse me.
I said don't even toast it, and I even made sure to specify like cut it in half, please.
Damn.
I thought of everything except for the bag.
I was thinking about you when I ordered my slice of pizza today to carb load before I came. Mm-hmm. I thought like the guy like immediately went to put the slice in the oven and heat it up, and I almost called him on it. I almost said like, no, don't even bother.
I want cold pizza.
I want cold pizza.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Yeah. But I didn't. I didn't have the balls. I don't have the meatballs to operate like you in a dining establishment.
Mm.
But I thought to myself like, oh, this is Eric. He would have stopped that guy cold. It is what it is. I had to huck back a warm pizza like an idiot.
God damn it. There's few things worse than you're eating a pizza, am I right? Oh,
disgusting.
Horrible.
Yeah. I want to wish it on my worst enemy.
Yeah, I've gotten really good at like thinking quickly on my feet in a restaurant when I have to clap back at the server.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You're bringing some podcast energy.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, whenever like the host wants to give me some attitude, co-host. They're the co-host of the situation.
Yeah.
I'm always there to like clap right back, and they don't know what to do right after because they're not used to it. And the person I was with was just like, what the fuck?
Holy
like,
shit.
they were like, what just happened?
Dude, that's so funny. I think it's because, like, despite there being so many shitty guests in every dining establishment, for some reason, all servers and hosts still expect you to behave. Like, they're still, like, they expect the best of you, you know? Yeah. They're like, oh, maybe this time they won't hurt me. So when you come at their neck, they're like, whoa, didn't expect that.
Dude. Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah.
Like, time and time again.
Yeah. I mean...
Sandwich artists are the same way. Like, every time I'm like...
No, they're puppets. Sandwich artists?
They're the only chiseled restaurateurs.
Dude, they're career artists because what they do is they just take your feedback and they just freaking do it, man.
Dude, yeah.
They never push back, and that's like the beauty of Subway.
It's a double pane sneeze guard in there. You got the glass, and then you got the sandwich artist's like chiseled personality. You got to get through both if you really want to like inflict some pain. Mm-hmm. It's tough.
You got a wall of glass, and then you got the artists who have their walls up too. And yeah, you gotta just tell them what you need, and it's gonna happen for you, and that's all you gotta do.
But you're not gonna make them cry. That's a thick emotional boundary.
And nor do I want to. I want to link and build my artist productively.
And honestly, if your sandwich artist cries, I'm sure they're also like not getting their next shift. So it's in their best interest to be emotionally unavailable, which creates good art. Look at Kanye, I guess.
Precisely.
Yeah. Don't cry, pray.
What else we got, Ty?
That's everything, King.
I'm looking at the clock. We got 40 minutes of content for you guys.
Running out the clock yet again.
Dude, we're on a marathon journey. We've been putting in some serious time into this show.
I don't
with the
sprint.
Breadheads. Yeah. I mean, who knows how many we have left.
Yeah, scary thoughts. But Breadheads, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for joining us always. You are not the reason we do this, but it's a nice touch.
Yeah, appreciate you. Thanks for listening, and make sure you DM us something.
Yeah.
Something funny.
Tell us your full name.
Tell us your address.
Yeah,
and,
tell us your credit card number.
Perfect. Well, Breadheads, I'll see you later. Ty, see you tonight.
Alrighty, let's crack another bud, and good night, everybody. Think fresh.
And a ciao.